should be upgrading these power plants too.
Well, the power plants themselves can upgrade. You can build higher grade power plants. You can't upgrade those directly. And so yeah, you should. You should be trying to get a tier 2 power plant, or at least build another hydrocarbon power plant. And that's probably why. That was probably the majority of your power. Oh, that was all. Okay, so. Okay. Yeah. So you can actually build regular power generators, and in fact, I recommend building a lot of them. Build them next to your factory. Yeah. So the hydrocarbon power plants are good, but not all maps can exploit those. That's why you have to build just the tier 1 power generators. Expended.
They take like a crazy flying path and everything.
Oh, that's my scout now.
Huh?
Do you know that's my scout?
Oh no, I've been watching your scout.
Yeah, they actually have realistic flying paths, so they can't like just. Hey, bro, why are you gonna attack my gunship? Aw, one gunship couldn't beat that.
How much do you upgrade your massive strength?
So you want to get them to Tech 2 as soon as possible, but you can upgrade those to Tech 3, and ideally your Core 4 should. Usually the ones that are kind of expanded, I leave them at tier 1 until I have excess resources to upgrade those. Just because they're so likely to be captured or destroyed. Yeah, so you really want to invest close to home where you can defend it first, and then it expands out. Now you definitely want to build. What the fuck am my engineer saying?
System enabled.
Should I just build a bunch of energy storage things too?
Not around those. Build them around your hydrocarbon power plants. Just because the small ones you might get like 2 extra power, but it actually makes a huge difference. Like a fully surrounded hydrocarbon power plant will provide 150 power, versus I think it's like what 100 maybe without them.
Oh, so I should fully surround that.
The hydrocarbons, yes. The others, no.
So and when you're upgrading your mass things,
well, they do, but it ends up being negative just because it's also using resources to upgrade. So I don't think they ever stop producing unless you pause them, but
But they just
No.
use the resource.
you're right. Right.
I feel like I need more storage.
So don't focus on storage, focus on using it. You should be building units like crazy. They do want some defense, of course, but for the most part, you should be worried about getting those units.
I think it's just because I'm upgrading stuff.
Yeah, and you can get in that because like a lot of games, you could just upgrade everything, but this one it's really resource intensive.
Yeah.
You really have to plan your shit out. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The game itself is simple. The strategy is not. And so when you're looking at the cost of different things, you can see the build rate and the build cost. So like, you can blow through, like I have enough storage right now, I can have 5,000 mass at one time. The resource allocation system takes 5,000 mass. So regardless of the rate, I have enough mass to pay for that.
So you built enough storage to hold 5,000.
Correct.
Yeah, see, I haven't built any mass. I have 900,000.
So once you have a Tech 2 mass
40,000
extractor,
or 50,000. Whether it's 60.
yeah, and you should have a lot more of that on energy, because energy is a high value resource going either way. Because once you build like the tier 2 and tier 3 power generators, you're going to, that number is going to flip back and forth because power gets used for a lot of different things, including shield generators, radar installations, things like that. And so if you get low on power, it is a strategy to turn off your radar and shields, but then they can get in. So again,
But they
we're
can get in.
strategic.
So you can build shields to where they can't even enter your base.
Okay, well, no, they can physically move through it and shoot things on the inside, but they can't shoot through the shield generator. So when I say get in, I mean like be able to hit your base.
Yeah.
So portrait of words, but yeah. So another thing that the Cybran and the UEF have access to is an engineering station at Tech 2. And these have a radius, and they send out little robots to help build things. So if you build those in some of your factories, you can use those to accelerate builds using engineering stations. And they can also repair units that get nearby. So it helps for, like, for example, you have to build an air staging facility at Tech 2 to refuel your planes. And so it's useful to build an engineering station next to those to also heal your planes. Ooh, did somebody get close to my place? Now, don't leave your commander idle. Like I said, he's got a lot of engineering potential, especially against computers who will bash a lot of units against your place. I like to put him in the forefront to get him levels, because he gets a shit ton of HP and damage for each level that he gets of veterancy. Ooh, Spencer's making some military moves. Spencer wants to play, okay. Come on down. So your torpedo bombers landed. That makes them vulnerable to ground attacks, so you should be aware of those. Oh, Spencer wants to lose his ACU. Spencer, you might want to pull him back. Okay. So Spencer has decided to lose the game. And take most of my army in the process.
Nice!
You actually wiped them all out. That's good. So, yeah, the Supreme Commander Rush is the tactic.
Best way to beat Charles is to sacrifice a teammate.
Alright, well. I guess it's time to shut on Brent then. We can get a game against the computer.
As well.
Yeah, all your stuff blows up whenever that happens.
I was trying to knock your commander out.
You think I'd put my commander in the middle of the thing? I'm not. That's why you scout first, bro.
I just thought if I got lucky and nuked your commander with my commander, Brent would automatically win, so it was a win-win situation.
I'll give you that. That was a tactic. Let's see how well Brent does this.
See in the top left corner?
Yeah, he's at the bottom. I'm the top left.
Oh, okay.
Commander under attack.
Oh, you're good.
Alright, I see it.
Commander under attack.
Nuke him.
What? Target that. Target him. So yeah, this is a tier 3 assault bot, which is just about equivalent to a baseline ACU.
Commander under attack.
Why did the bombers, why are they landing?
Because they don't have the command. So take your bombers and put them on a patrol. Also, your bombers are out of fuel. At tier 2, you get a.
Commander under attack.
Ooh, you just beat the shit out of that. Yeah, at tier 2, you get a thing that allows them to land and refuel. Yeah. Alright. You can handle those pretty well. Let's see how you deal with armor.
Oh no, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay, well then I'll make it.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I guess I can make it.
Yeah. You should be making, there should never be a point you're not making military units. That is the first thing you must learn about Supreme Command.
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Did my bombers just completely miss everything? Oh,
No,
mother.
they blew up.
I sent him after you, not that. Yeah, they were supposed to be bombing your ACU and they were totally blitzing it.
Commander under attack.
So I got a little surprise for you.
Commander under attack.
The tier 3 stuff is where it gets a little weird. So it does splinter off a little bit more at tier 3 based on your factions. But every one of them can build a quantum gateway to build what's called a support armored command unit, which is basically another ACU. Now you don't lose the game if you lose this, but he basically acts as a second armored command unit, and also carries with him a nuclear explosion when he does. But they're very expensive to make.
Commander under attack.
Yeah, if they have the bombing tag, then they can. Like if they're considered bombers, they can. So that's what happens when your ACU does.
Oh, okay. I was like, what just happened?
No, I didn't nuke you.
It's like a nuke and all.
It is a nuke, yeah. Yeah, when the ACU dies, that's huge. And every ACU blows up different. The Aeon one is actually like this electrical storm. They all do the same damage. Okay.
I really don't want to go to work tonight.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so now if you like, we can do one against a computer. Just so y'all can get a better feel of how with that, so I'll make another one. Alright. It's up. What are you gonna notice?
You don't want to hang out with us anymore.
Strategies weren't really as bad for the most part, but... Oh shit, my game crashed.
Is it?
No, mine did.
Oh,
I had all tabbed out of it to check, see if he was still in chat. Let's see here. Still shows him in game. Still thinking it's running. Okay, that's because they're. Yeah. So if you do get enough resources, and this is real late game, kind of one of those that it's a stalemate, so you kind of rush to do this, but you have experimental units which are completely unique between factions. Experimental units will pretty much beat anything else out there. They have, okay, the game's up, like a god tier level of HP and things. The Aeon basically get this gigantic robot. Looks like another ACU, and he's got a really powerful single cannon attack. So he's considered like the experimental killer. So even if other people make experimentals, he'll kill them most of the times. The UEF get a tank that gets 4 cannons on each of its sides and can make units. And it's also a shield generator. So pretty good support. The Cybran get a giant spider with a huge laser on it. Nothing really special about it, just does a lot of damage. And then the Seraphim, I think. I want to say everybody's got 2 experimentals, and it's either the Aeon or the Seraphim that get this gigantic bomber, which basically drops nukes for bombs. So it's pretty hard to deal with. The Cybran get a gunship. And I forget. The UEF can build a spy satellite. I think it's their airborne one. Let's see if I can invite Spencer.
I'm back.
Okay. I'll send an invite to the lobby.
What's up? Oh.
We'll play against the PC now. I mainly just did that PvP one just to show you all the kind of basics of the game. Alright, so this is a 20-kilometer map. The one we were on were only 5 kilometers. So you're going to start to see the actual scale of this game.
So that's like, this is a big game.
Yeah, when I said it, when I said the other map was a small map, like, let me see what the biggest map is actually. So the biggest map is gonna be Debris or Portrayal Ocean. So it supports 8 players, but it's an 81-kilometer map. But like I said, that's for 8 players. So what you're going to see is the differences in tiers matter a lot in this, and your actual positioning and expansion. And so go to team, and let's put ourselves on team 1. And these guys are on easy, so there's really not a lot of threat from them. So this will be a good opportunity to learn. You don't want these on hard.
Like me.
Once you guys get used to this game, like me and my buddies, when we played this game, we put these on brutal adaptive. And that's a game like you don't have time to go get a drink or anything. Now, so the advantages of teams.
See, I gotta get a different keyboard, man. The clicking is just aggravating.
So if you guys are ready up, we'll start it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
So in this, if any player overexpands his resources so that he's fully capped, whatever is in excess goes to the other players.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So if one person's not building something, another person's having to build, you know, then that's the thing. So make sure to queue your builds, and sometimes your commander goes derpy and will like try to walk to a place. A lot of times on these kind of maps, I'll like to do a move order first and then queue the mass extractor. But you want to queue up the land factory or air, whichever you choose. Make sure you build your power generators on the side of it so that it gets access to that, and you're building it next to a mass extractor. While it's building, you can queue up 3 engineers, and I usually queue up about 5 assault bots just to have something to defend my base with in case they rush scouts. After that, people's strategy kind of splinters off, but that's generally the accepted.
That's I really appreciate that, because I was actually looking up builds now.
Yeah, there's a few variations on this, but in my experience, your first 2 minutes should be involved building 3 engineers.
Yeah, makes sense. So you
now,
can start building other stuff.
Right. With my first engineer, I like to use him to go ahead and expand the mass extractors to the initial 4. Second engineer, if there's a hydrocarbon power plant, I start towards that. And then the third engineer, I just strictly have him picking up mass. Alright, so, oh god. We forgot to select where we start. So you're actually in between both of the opponents. So
Yeah,
supporting
no,
you is
notice
going to be that's really shitty. It did not even occur to me. But so yeah, you're gonna have to defend against him. We'll send units to help you. But now on a map like this where there are huge expansion points, you're gonna want to take your third engineer to go ahead and start expanding outward. Those mass extractors. Building tier 1 mass extractors is absolutely crucial to the beginning of the game. And I like to set up points if I know I'm going to need more power, especially if I'm building air. Just in the middle of nowhere, plop down some power generators. They don't have to be attached to anything, but you know. And I'm going to go ahead and build an air factory. So I can start scouting those guys.
The whole having to click everything is kind of aggravating.
I think there is hotkeys for stuff. I want to say they're positional hotkeys, like Command and Conquer used to use. Alright, I've set up a land scout between the two. Yeah, so I've already been scouted. Beat me to it. But multiple engineers makes a difference as well. So you guys should have a fair amount of excess of power now. Yeah, they always scout. That's why I always recommend just a few units.
What should I be building? That's what
I want to know. Generally, I like to pump out about 5 anti-air from the ground, just because it's the quickest, cheapest way to get your base set up. Because setting up anti-air turrets is actually really expensive in the beginning. So those you can reposition so it doesn't, especially in a larger area like this. The computer's adaptive, so if it sees you shooting down its land scouts, it's going to switch there. That's just pretty much a guarantee. Okay. But until you have more money, building up an actual defensive barrier around your thing for air is really hard. I'll generally take those anti-air guns and push them way forward because they can still get off a bomb in time if you're not damaging them quick enough. So if I know which direction units are being sent from, like I'm being hit from my right, then I'll place something in a forward position. Right. Also, once you've built an air base, I generally recommend putting up about 5 interceptors a circle around your base. They kind of help chase off bombers and air scouts.
A lot of scouts up in the base.
Yeah. And they will, and it's free experience. In the back, you're going to build a naval base, because since this has water, you are going to want to participate in naval warfare. Navy is really expensive. Of all the units, it's the most expensive. So it's not easy to get the Navy going here. Yeah, so if you look at the top right, you can always double click the ACU icon to get to where your ACU. And upgrading HUM's pretty expensive, so you want at least a tier 2 mass extractor before you really start getting into HUM. The tier 2 engineering suite is probably the first thing I would upgrade on an ACU. Just because you don't have access to basic tier 1 buildings until you do that with him. He just gets a few necessary things to get you going.
Should I build walls and stuff? Just don't worry about it.
I usually don't, because this is one of the games, the wall don't function the same way. So usually what I do with them is I put walls in front of my area defense turrets. It makes them a little beefier, but generally I defend my base using turrets. Yeah. Because when you've got air and things, the walls really aren't there to stop movement. Now, if I do build walls in that regard, like this is a pretty open map, so walling your base, pretty tough. Or at any rate, you can build walls. So like with the terrain, you know, you're giving your opponent a high ground if you actually zoom in and see how it angles down, and that does matter in this game. So I would build the walls maybe around the radius of that, but make sure they're backed up with turrets. And usually if I do this, I leave a gap in the middle to make sure AI will funnel through that so that I can focus my turrets on that. Spencer, you probably need to build a lot more power generators. I don't know how well your power is doing, but that's why your upgrade is going so slow. You're out of power. I can't see your power, but I know exactly that's what's going on. And this is one of those games that you really do have to build stuff almost to an excess, or what would seem like an excess on other games, just because of the scale of this game. So you'll think like, okay, I got 8 power, but 8 power generator is trash in this game. Like you need a bajillion of everything. And factories are notwithstanding. One factory is nowhere near enough. You'll want to have at least 5.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like when this game really gets going, one factory is death. So usually once my resources are good, I kind of find a back area to place them, and I'll just string them in a line. This train is actually pretty shit for that. Okay, there we go. I'm building a tier 2 power generator, so I should have more excess power to give you boys. And don't be afraid to build a million engineers as well.
Yeah, I've got about 6 so far.
Yeah, keep them going. Because especially this, there's a lot of mass in the form of trees around here, so you can use that to really accelerate your growth.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm doing. I got more of my engineers on control. Guess I'm sitting here.
So one tactic that I'll do with the walls, if you guys will look at my base, I don't have a name for this, but this style of walls will really mess up enemy movement. Okay, so he's actually taken. Let's see, where's the? You can, yeah. So make sure. Yeah, so you can. Right, you can capture that, yeah. So yeah, I'll place a beacon there so that you know. Go back to
I
that.
actually just cleared them out.
Good.
Yeah, I was actually already on that, believe it or not.
Hmm. Spencer's got some air. Spencer, make sure that you've got those on a patrol, otherwise they're vulnerable to ground movements. Now, they will land and recover some power on their own, so they don't have to have the refueling station. But, yeah, it's minor.
Oh, what the? It's killed my engine.
Yeah, that's what you gotta have a lot of. So you guys should have an excess of power now for sure. My mouse is doing terrible bad because I did not expand.
How far do radar systems see?
So if you click on them, you can see the tier 1's only going to get out, 2 kilometers. Alright, so let me upgrade this mask. Mask is done terrible. No. So, make sure if you guys have idle engineers or factories, you're doing something with them. Probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
I think I'm actually gonna AC rush this guy a little bit just because he's pushing too hard on me. But it's good you bring up the radar. You definitely want a radar up just so you can see if they're trying to push on things, because without radar, that's how you end up with your shit taken behind your back, not even realizing that it happened.
Can you repair buildings? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, once it becomes comfortable for you, we'll up that difficulty. But I'm honestly so rusty that this is probably a good refresher for me. Because I used to play this religious. Don't forget to upgrade your mass structures at your core base. Ooh, yeah, the factory's almost dead.
You know what this tech thing is idle?
Is that idle? I guess it doesn't build anything, but it should be producing power for it. Yeah, that might. So if you guys will look over to the right, I'm going to show you why building power supplies that close are a bad idea. You see how they kind of chain reacting to each other?
Tactical missile launcher. What does that do?
The tactical missiles are missiles that you can personally direct. So if you have line of sight on a target, you can direct it to that. So like nailing an ACU, for example, the tactical missile is the best way to do that. Which is why in real PvP you need to build a tactical missile defense system pretty quick. Otherwise you get assassinated. But, they're expensive, so you're gonna want to put them next to a power supply. Because they use a lot of power to make. Yeah, I've done some bombing runs on the guys. They, on easy, they can get their units stuck. So, actually, the biggest issue I'm seeing is these guys here. They got a lot of submarines that I can see now. So yeah, if you guys look at my ACU, he's got 1 star. You'll see that his health actually regenerates. And he does a lot more damage to these guys. And he has 13,000 health as opposed to the... And when you click aircraft, there's a yellow icon. You can have them send to home, so they can be recalled at any point to go back to your base.
Oh, nice.
Okay, sorry. I just want to call. Hey,
Yeah.
the shield generator, it uses a lot of power, doesn't
Yes. Yes. So you're going to supplement that. But like any building, you can build a power generator next to it to reduce its cost.
it? I think that's what I gotta start doing. I don't have enough power generator. And my
Yep.
hydrocarbon thing just stopped working.
Well, for one, you're going to rebuild it.
Well, I know that. But it just stopped working. Just
More than
stopped.
like, it probably got captured. I didn't see it change ownership, but
It still
that's
says-
usually the reason. Does it, let me look at mine. So does it say plus something with the yellow icon right below itself? Because it should say idle.
Yeah.
But if it's giving you plus, like mine says it's plus 137, yours should say
I'm
plus.
just trying to figure out where all my why it's starting up.
So if I generate too much energy, it gives y'all some, right?
Yes, excess goes to your teammates. And, oh shit, I accidentally killed Bowie. Damn it, too much units. I accidentally defeated one of the computer opponents. I was just sending stuff. Oh fuck, I killed the other guy too. Son of a bitch. Alright, let me pull my units back so that y'all can get some. Easy doesn't do a good job of defending their base. These are just like the normal stuff I use to keep people busy. This isn't even like a destroying kind of army.
Y'all should be getting a lot of power now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So
trying to fix that problem as well. I did not realize
this is the kind of setup you guys should be having. I've got 3 tier 2 factories that are constantly on infinite build, producing these mobile artilleries. Yeah, that's the kind of shit that should be coming out of your bases.
Where's all your power coming from?
Me right now.
No, I
Go
got
over
mine.
power generator.
Power,
Um,
you got one power generator?
Yeah. So I've
I have
got
about 50.
I've got these. I've got 2 tier 2s.
Wait, what are those? Those are tier, oh, those are all tier 1.
Yeah. Yeah, like in this game, you have to build to it in excess. That's the only way to really get enough stuff. And I'm actually way behind the curve where I'm at right now because we're 26 minutes into it. I should have a lot more stuff. But, you know.
Okay, let's try this again.
Now, if I remember right, there was a way to just give resources.
Just what?
Like if I wanted to just give you a hit of mass, there's a way to do it, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, here it is. Under diplomacy. Yes, I can actually give you guys units and resources. That's what it was. So, like, I can send these towards your base and call those units yours. Oh, well, I canceled the movement order. But send these towards your base. Yeah, okay. So now, if you guys look here, I've given you guys each a share of my army.
Nice.
Good one.
Gave you guys a share of my army. Alright, so you guys should have an ass ton of power and everything now.
What's your plus on your power in yours?
4,000.
Okay. Did it just go up in a little bit?
I don't think so. Now you have to be capped in order to give resources that way.
That was an
You mean like, you mean like captain my storage?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
System enabled.
Yeah, reading elephants.
Yeah, you know. Not much time.
And so once you get high enough Tech 3, can build something called an omnisensor array, and that will reveal this whole map, like with line of sight and everything.
Alright, what's your plus the power now, Charles?
2,900.
Heck. That's like 150.
It should be sharing.
It should spill my power into yours, right?
Maybe it's because I'm
Yeah.
upgrading so much stuff. Oh, yeah. Talking about the
Yeah,
number one,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, like that should stay up regardless.
I'm at plus 5,000 right now.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. So.
You don't need that Tech 3 power generator, Charles.
Oh yeah, I do.
There you go.
Oh yeah, dude.
See how much power I'm pushing out towards you guys?
I need more. If I'm saving it up to
Where's the the guy that's still alive, by the way?
well, his ACU is somewhere over here. But he don't have shit over there. And bombed the shit out of him.
Nice.
But he's technically still in the game. Technically. Okay. Now y'all should have more power than you know what to do with.
I've had that for the past 10 minutes. Don't see my base.
No, actually I haven't looked at it.
Wait.
Oh, nice. One good bomb and your whole base is gone.
Nah, it's okay. So once you get past Tech 1, it's just your ACU that can build the Tech 2 and Tech 3 stuff?
No, once you go to Tech 2, you can build Tech 2 engineers.
It's a lot of scrolling out and scrolling in.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you didn't know you could build Tech 2 and Tech 3 engineers, probably should have mentioned that sooner. And that's how you build the...
mentioned it. You mentioned it.
Okay.
You know how I am.
Yeah.
But I wasn't doing it. So it's probably,
Yeah, they have a lot more build power, and also they get access to the higher tier stuff.
So when you have it on the continuous, on the infinite build, will it build 3 of whatever you have first, and then build 4 of whatever you have next, and then do it over again?
Yeah, however you set up the queue, it will just rinse and repeat that.
Okay.
So like you could set it, like you said, 3 tanks to 4 anti-air or 4 missile launchers, whatever. And you can even mix and match that between tier 1, tier 2, whatever. It just takes that queue, what it would normally build and then stop, it just repeats that. So he built a submarine thing here, so that may have been part of it, but he has had quite a bit of naval stuff. Did I build an Omni sensor right now? Oh, I was going to build it here. Okay. So, right here.
Upgrade something to tier 3, like the mass extractors?
Yes. Oh god, so yeah. Mavor, he's almost dead. Brent's got his bombers on it, so get done what you want to get done now.
Who I do?
Yeah, he's about to lose his ACU. But it sounds like you guys have got the basics down.
Oh yeah, shit. Bombers are all over that thing, aren't they?
Yeah, like I said, when they're on easy, they die in accident most of the time.
I'm just over here building another Fukushima.
Are you building a tactical nuke?
Making a bunch of generator plants.
Need to focus on your man.
You need to focus on your mess.
Did you call me fat?
Yeah, that's right.
On the sensor array? How we building that?
Yeah. So if you'll actually click, I don't know if you can see the radius I'm on by clicking it, but I can see the entire map just about with it. Now it's worth mentioning the Cybern can actually cloak their stuff from radar. And in fact, their tier 1 scouts comes equipped with a cloak, so they don't show up on radar.
Building right now. Check. They're the Zoid you're building right now.
This?
Yeah.
That's how you should cover the map in factories, really. There's not enough factories. Because, well, and see, like here, the CZ guy is not defending himself. So normally your tier 1s are getting their asshole handed to them. So you have to keep those coming, basically, to keep damage up. But yeah, I mean, 5 factories per thing isn't uncommon. And you'll want to upgrade those to at least tier 2 so they could have enough production power.
Like 5 ground factories?
Yeah, at least.
Okay.
I've had as many as 10. Because what you'll see is these guys will get ate up real quick, and if you don't have multiple factories out, it's really hard to keep up with being able to resupply those. And 2, you know, if their tactics change, like they start going air heavy, you want to be able to push out a lot of anti-air stuff quickly. And so for every factory you have, that's another unit that can be built. Likewise, if they're heavy on missiles, you want shield generators up. Or if you just need a faster army to do flanking, then, you know, you can put out assault rods, whatever.
What's a mass fabricator do?
So mass fabricator is kind of a dire straits thing where you're pushed to a corner and can only access a few mass nodes. The fabricator takes power and makes mass. Now that sounds great. However, don't build one. Just expand, because it takes an ass load of power. We're talking like 10,000 to 1 kind of bad efficiency.
It looks cool at least.
Yeah, and it's useful. Like I said, it's tactical use, so you definitely want to surround that mass fabricator with generators around it, because it will eat your power alive. So you don't build those without power on them.
Lost 6,000.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it is super bad efficient.
I didn't even notice a difference in my power generation though.
Which one's it?
The mass fabricator.
What is that?
So it makes mass and takes energy, but it's super inefficient. So it's only useful when you're kind of pushed to a corner and having to defend that. Otherwise, your best bet is just to expand. Because
So what did you say you were building? It's like just gonna look right.
honestly, I don't know that I did. I guess I could build my experimental unit. Going to show you that. Now, what I've built is a tier 3 spy plane. If you'll see in the center of the map.
What is that?
So this is producing these personal ACUs, these support ACUs. So that's this guy here. He's another ACU, but he's slightly dumbed down on his function compared to the normal ACU. But they're super powerful. They can actually get upgraded with an AOE laser, so that they can hit multiple units at once. And if they get some veteran C, these guys are like creme de la creme.
Why is this all these?
Supporting this factory to build more. Yeah.
I like how you have it connect out too. Nice.
Yeah, you want to keep it open, because otherwise bombers will fuck you hard. And you can use assist thing, so like, if you just have a bunch of shit tier 1s that you're not doing anything with, you can have them assist your ACU, so whatever your ACU does, it'll assist doing that. So like building, repairing a few upgrades.
You want to catch him off?
What? Who's doing it? Oh no, I got a spy plane going on. I ain't missing nobody.
These maps last forever.
Oh well, this could have been done,
Yeah, I know.
but yeah, like if you have a proper match, it can last for a few hours. But so I still haven't maxed my units out, and you can see this starts to get pretty hectic with the number of units that can be on the field.
Yeah,
This is actually lagging me a little bit. So with this population cap, you have access to 500 units. I'm at 339, if that puts it in any perspective.
You're at what?
339.
Yeah, I see. I'm at 150. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a lot of units.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, when they say this one's the king of RTS, this is why. Alright, so you guys deserve to see Fat Boy.
Are you about to do something cool? Because I was about to just go in.
You
Yeah.
about to nuke me, Charles? Doing a lot
No,
of
no,
purple
no,
over.
not that
Charles, you're
that way. Yeah. No, I was just moving those units around.
I know, that's crazy. So many.
Oh yeah, and I'm still making more. No, I'm gonna make my experimental unit. So you'll actually want to watch him right when he's about to be built, because that ACU is gonna die pretty much instantly. He can actually hit you from across the map. So
Who?
Fat Boy. So the experimental I'm making now.
Yeah.
Is it a ship?
His range.
Is this dude
So you-
really? Is he like charging us?
So if you'll see if you'll watch this beacon, like look where he's at on the map, scroll out. That's how far he can attack
Where's he at?
at my base.
Base.
Yeah, and I can attack all the way up to the center.
That's crazy.
So if you look like, I'll actually use him to finish this guy off. Yeah, he's only got a little bit to be made.
But you can have more than one ACU?
These are support ACU.
Yeah,
You can only have one true ACU.
Support ACUs.
Yeah. And you can have more than one of these legendaries too, so I could actually make multiple Fat Boys.
Hey, how do you get your units to line up like
Just select them all and then click them.
that? And they automatically get in positions like that?
Yeah, that wouldn't be that.
That's cool.
Now, if you hold right click on it, you can actually turn them. So, like, I can make these guys do an about face. But the formations are automatic, and that's the square formation, as far as I know, is the only one.
Global factory.
Oh. Another thing I'll bring your attention to is the mini-map. So if you go up to the left, where you see that world icon where it says map option, you can enable the mini-map from there.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Or you can actually do split views, which is how I set my multiple monitors up. It's map options. You have a mini map you can pull up, and you can scroll in and zoom in on, and use it to scroll around. Top left under the beacons. So that's the mini map, and if you're under your main view, if you hit split, if you got multiple monitors, it'll split it across those. So that's how I used mine as a mini map. Like, I would keep one zoomed out so I could see everything, and then the other was where I would actually do stuff with.
How do I?
Oh, it looks like Fat Boy's moving.
How do I?
Remember giving him a move command, but
How do I take
Yeah,
this
he's
off?
moving.
you just hit join back on the map options.
Okay.
So yeah, that little engineer, I'll start firing at him.
So that's. I
Yeah.
don't know if I can do that since I'm doing the 1440p and then the 1080p monitor.
I mean, it should be able to split it across.
What are
You
you
may-
shooting at, Charles?
You may have to. Well, he's dead now, but
Who is? Who's dead?
oh, there's an engineer. Let's see. I'll have him kill one of his mass extractors. So
Alright, let me before you do it. Okay, I'm looking.
okay. Yeah. So just so you can see the sheer amount of range this fucker has. Try to keep my spy plane here so you can see it. But he can also build tier 3 units and deploy them.
I need you over there. Do more.
When are you gonna shoot it?
Oh, never mind. The purple is not his attack range.
Oh,
Okay.
is this you over here?
Yeah, the big tank thing moving.
Oh, I was like, I've been trying to find that thing.
Yeah, it's the same. Okay. Okay, so his attack range is actually only up to here with his normal cannons. I think the purple is either a radar or an anti. I can't remember what the icons mean. Yeah, he can actually. He can't store units, but he can deploy them. He can build units, like I can place him. And that's his bonus, he's a mobile factory. Are you sending your ACU to suicide?
Dude, I will fuck him up.
Hey,
With only one military unit. Because I never made any other ones.
Okay, my fat boy's in range, so if you guys want to go ahead and move in, we can finish this guy.
do it.
We'll move on to harder opponents.
Yeah, it's just gonna take me another 10 minutes to get there.
Oh, you got some Tech 3 armored assault bots in there now.
Come on, B4. Let's finish
Oh, your
this.
fighter bombers are gonna finish this pretty quick. Yeah, Fat Boy's almost in.
Better hurry up. He's only got 9,000 something health left. Not even fighting back. What a loser.
I want to hit him with the bomb. Keep my guys back.
Okay, well you might as well bomb him now because Fat Boy's on him with artillery. So
Jeez Louise, dude. That's a pretty consecutive shot of artillery. Wait.
I just.
Oh, because he died.
Yeah.
That's why there was. Oh my goodness.
All my bombers hit him at the exact same time.
Oh, I died too. So wait, no, I didn't. I was still alive.
No, you're still alive. Sad day. That was great.
I thought your fat boy had like shot a nuke at him.
no, no, he can't shoot nukes. The
What's
ACU
the
can actually be upgraded to shoot tactical missiles. Only a nuke launcher.
From
A nuke launcher. It's a tier 3 missile launcher. It's not a mobile unit, it's a building.
Okay. Did I hear you say one more?
Yeah, that's exactly what you heard. Alright.
if it would not crash every time I back out of the game, that'd be great.
Alright, so that's enough bitching around. Let's actually put some beef in this.
Which faction do I need to be for nukes?
They all get access to nukes. One tactic Nicholas used was to place a cyber and then use their engineering station next to it so that they built nukes faster.
You can launch those from across the map.
It's got a pretty good range. I forget exactly how far it is, but on some of the larger maps, you wouldn't be able to nuke them from your base. We would actually have to move the nuclear launcher up a little bit, but
What? Okay, so who was out last time? Was it UEF?
you were UEF, yeah.
Okay.
Bareback base, rush real
I
quick.
lost him. And then, I need to choose where
Yeah, so hit that left corner there, or however you want to do it.
yeah, it's fixed.
Well, fix just means
No,
Right.
I mean, it's set to where we're all on the same side. That's not what I'm fixed.
oh well, no, I chose this. You could actually choose to be up there if you'd prefer the top to down. So like I can move from here and you can move to that.
Yeah.
It just means it won't randomize our spawn.
Yeah. It's like 3 penises here.
Yeah, it is a dicky map. Make sure we're all on team 1, and I will make normal enemies for us to fight. Eventually, we'll get up to the ALX difficulty, which they just cheat, and that's actually part of the description. Spencer, say he was AFK.
He didn't say. He said it.
Okay. I'll wait for him to get back.
Alright, I'm back.
Oh, here we go. Are we doing team 1 again?
Yeah, team 1. Okay. This one you don't want to hold back. The normal enemies will actually send a fair bit of units.
Yeah. Okay, I haven't pulled back the whole time now.
I need you to stop holding back, guys. So these guys are all Aeon and Seraphim, and I chose Aeon as well. Interesting. I think my favorite part of the Aeon is that their resource allocation system upgrade is on the body. So I don't have to sacrifice damage for the armored command unit.
This game's pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. I kinda like it.
There's a reason I've put over 200 hours in this game.
I will say though, I won't tell you how many hours I've been freaking StarCraft.
You could teach me a thing or two on that then.
I'm still not that good. That's the worst part.
No, you're not Korean, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, true statement. True statement.
We're gonna have to hit up Kenny for that. So this actually has an ass ton of mass extractors. This is actually a very bad map.
Do you
by
build
the computer
power
on.
generators by your factories? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and that reduces the cost of things, especially air. Air costs more than ground does. So for this, you're going to want to rush expansion. Because you can see just how many green things are lit up on this.
Where are all the buttons? Not showing me any. The green things lit up.
Go to economic overlay. No, that's not the right one.
Resources.
This is something I got set by default.
Got it.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, it's been too long since I've set that one. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah, it's still not showing me on the map, though, on the main screen.
So map option. Oh, are you seeing a cartographic view? Maybe? Go to your map options and hit resources. That's what it is.
Oh, that's not even showing anything. Oh, yep, you're right. It's the bottom section.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. You were looking at it on the map.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Thanks, man.
Yep. Alright. Alright, so yellow guy has air. Yellow guys.
Oh, there we go. You hit B, and then it opens up your hotkey. Bottom, UI.
Son of a bitch, okay. I didn't know about that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do something, buddy.
It's build mode, okay. And V automatically brings your camera all the way up. V is in Vegas. So you can toggle the minimap. Interesting. I needed to look up some hotkeys in this screen.
Will the light assault bots not shoot if they're just on just sitting there, or do you have to put them on patrol?
No, they should shoot automatically. They just have a really short range. No. Oh, okay.
Oh crap.
Commander under attack.
Coming at me. Pretty hard.
Yeah, you're about to lose your secondary land factor. Bring your ACU over that way. You can actually defend against those units pretty well.
They're all over the base.
Gotta head back.
Okay, book. See you later.
Wednesday. Should be.
Okay. Emily's going with you?
Yeah, should be back tomorrow.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm almost out.
Okay.
Commander under attack. Commander under attack.
Oh crap. They're just destroying my base.
Okay. Let's see what I can do here.
Commander under attack. Commander under attack.
Shit. I'm not counting on them assaulting you that early.
I know, me neither. I thought I had enough. I've been building units the whole time.
You need some anti-air, that's part of the problem.
Commander under attack.
So you need some anti-air quick. So get your Tech 2 Land Factory. Have him stop building that gallery. Yeah, and get some tier 1 out. Tier 1 anti-air. I'll move my
Commander
interceptors
under attack.
that way.
The tier 1's build faster.
Yes. And also, you don't have the resources to get tier 2 out yet. Yeah, I couldn't save that factory.
Commander under attack.
Don't. I'm trying to get my ACU out there to help you.
Commander under attack.
Just keep moving your ACU back as long as you got a few to go. I'll try to repair you.
Guess I could build something
Yeah.
here. Wait, is that your ACU?
Yeah. I used the air transport to get him over here.
Commander under attack.
Shit, I got it. Move some of your anti-air with your guy. I've got interceptors here, but... Alright, stop moving your ACU so I can repair you. There we go. Those are my guys, yeah. Alright, so... Yeah, that's all the power I've got to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and repair your other thing here, yeah. We gotta get these units dealt with. So take your ACU and use it to assist that. You're going to want to build... okay, yeah. Don't build any Tech 2 stuff.
Those are medium tanks, that's all I'm building.
So go ahead and try to build your second factory over that place where it was. You'll use some of the resources to do that. Like, it'll reclaim a lot of that.
Sorry, I'm back.
What?
I appreciate the help. You left?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Oh god, now my shit's being attacked.
Oh, God. You know we're gonna have to do this another try.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are dying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens when somebody leaves in the middle of a match.
Like I was ever useful. I'm just surprised I came back and I wasn't dead.
At least you're aware of this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, oh, you want me to be good in an RTS? That ain't happening. I'm a resource farmer. I get many resources.
It's alright, they attacked me, like, right off the bat. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna die now.
Look at the list of like in the
Did you
top
just take
right.
over my... Oh, I can take that over now, can't I?
No, I'm gonna just give it to you. Hold on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there you go. Alright. And you've got some stuff. Get these guys back here so I can defend my base because I'm about to lose both my factories.
Commander under attack.
Appreciate the help.
Yep.
You want my guys from over there?
They won't get there in time.
I got you. I have an ultimate strategy.
Yeah, they just hurt my factories, but it's
Commander
okay.
under attack.
I can.
Are you on the left side, Charles?
Yeah.
Are you red or
I'm red.
that
Yeah.
yellow's them, huh?
Yeah, yellow. That's the one that wiped out my base. But
I'm coming. It's gonna take me a minute though.
I
The
can
ultimate,
regroup.
I got the ultimate weapon.
Oh, you bringing your AC too? Yeah, he'll never get it.
Yeah, it'll get there. It's just gonna take a minute.
If you wipes out my harder card, I'm fine. I'm in trouble. Well, no, they win.
First fire and I'll make one through it. I did pick a bad spot.
Charles, give me a location you want me to nuke.
Try nuke? You can't delete your AC.
No, but I can try and then it'll nuke them.
I built an airbase right next to his base, so
Commander under attack.
since he wanted to be a douche and go after my stuff, he's gonna have infinite bomber. That's right.
Hey, so when you have tanks and they're trying to shoot up the hill, will it hit the hill? I'll actually make it up to the
Yes. Yeah.
Who put realism in this game?
That's cool. Just didn't expect it.
Yeah, they,
If you can escort me down to their base, Charles, I got this.
Commander under
I'm
attack.
trying to rebuild. So you do you, but I don't have any factories until now.
How big is my explosion radius? This green circle, right?
It's more than your line of sight.
Commander under attack.
Field engineers are useless.
Field engineers can't build anything, but they're good
Commander
at repairing.
under attack.
That's specific to your faction there. Shit, he's got bombers out.
Commander under attack.
You need some anti-air turrets over there? We got plenty of mass and stuff.
Yeah, I'm about to build some. That's my fault for not building one point. Fence turrets too. My base would have been fun if I had those. this one's gonna go in record.
Oh, man, just keep bombing stuff.
Yeah, if you ever lose the edge, then so for starters, make a bunch of engineers and start harvesting all that next to your base. Because since I've suicided troops there, you have a lot of mass you can reclaim. Spencer, did you build anything?
I was AFK for like 10 minutes. How do you get your groceries inside?
Well, they got tier 2 gunship on your base, so.
Oh. So. I'll just restart this one?
Yeah, we should probably pick a different map. Well, this map is a little more challenging just because of how fast you have to expand and control it. So it is harder to deal with that.
And we're terrible, so. And also, one of us was AFK.
Allahu Akbar.
Pretty much
So
the
I
worst
feel
case
like we did
scenario.
alright. I feel like we still did alright.
Yeah.
Wait, how'd you blow up your ACU?
I just left.
Yeah, in the game. Suicide in your ICU is not a tactic.
Says the guy. Well, I mean, I'm the last one alive, so you know, pretty solid tactic.
Alright, let's do.
Oh, dude, it will do too. Well, I'm gonna restart the game real quick.
I've got a thing up in
My game just crashed. Of course it did.
Broke your game.
Every time.
yeah, I forget why it crashes like that.
This is from 98, my computer's from 2015, 16.
No, there was something I had to do. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta put some laundry in real quick.
Interesting. I set it up to do the 2 screens, but it still is only doing 1.
Oh, probably just like default into your left mirror monitor.
I guess so. Uh-oh. Broke it. What?
I don't know how the hell this happened. This is one of the 2 enemy bases in the area. Blow them both back to the Stone Age. There's a line of enemy artillery protecting the bases. They are targets of opportunity, but if you destroy them, it'll make your life a hell of a lot easier. Once you deal with the primary base, we'll update... Ah, hell, enemy gunships are inbound. It's time to get you down there while we still can. Damn it, they're attacking the gate. Get on planet while you still can.
Commander under attack.
That was a little too close for comfort. Get it done, Commander.
You just gated into a hell of a mess, Colonel, but I'm glad you're here.
You guys there? Hello?